Yo, it's Jah Jerry on the mic, United Public Square. Old Trafford Blues, but now we're on the way. Gun Santa messed us, but it's never too late. Boxing Day revenge, it's wolves at the gate. Molineux calling, we coming to fight. Bruno's the maestro, shining so bright. I'm on Diallo, first scorer, mark my word. Dribbling through wolves like a flock of birds. Maz Weezy in defense, locked up tight. And you guard his engine, gonna ignite the night. Boxing Day vibes, 2-1 is the score. Ahmad hits the net and Bruno does more. Man of the match, yeah, he's the king. Red Devils rise and let the bells ring. Wolves on the hunt, but they're running in fear. United's been bruised, now redemption is near. History's ours, we own this day. 54 wins, it's how we play. Ruben's got the plan, no excuses now. Let's silence the critics and show them how. Jerry signing off, you heard it here. United Public Square, bring in the cheer. Art and Boxing Day glory, we claim the throne. Let's paint Wolverhampton red and bring it home.
Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Jah Jerry back in the building. Welcome back to United Public Square. Y'all know what time it is. It is Christmas Day today. And I know it's Christmas. We're not playing a game and all that, but I just wanted to hop on here and go live real quick to, preview the Boxing Day match against Wolves. You know what time it is. So yeah, hit that like button, share and subscribe, and do all the administrative shenanigans. You know what I mean. So thank you again for taking the time out of your busy schedule to hang out with me for just a few minutes to preview this game. It's been a week. Yeah, should I say it's been a week? I'm all right in saying it's been a week. Tough loss, 3-0, roof leaking, rat infestation. It's a jam-packed show. Let's get into it. So once again, you know what to do. Just hit that like button, share, subscribe, and let's all join the United fandom globally and then preview this game. Let's see. So tomorrow is a very big day, right? We are playing Wolves tomorrow at the Molineux, and it's not easy always going there, but we have to really get a win tomorrow, because then it becomes how many games have Amorim won in the Premier League. We got knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Wolves. We conceded 4 goals, and then we conceded. I think we also conceded 3 goals against Wolves, against Nottingham Forest. And then we considered 3 goals against Bournemouth. So that's like that's 10 goals right there. Like in a space of 2 weeks, we've already considered 2 goals. But tomorrow's game, it has to be a very, very positive game. And looking forward to that. I mean, that's all we can do. And I know there's a lot of fan reaction going out there, and people are saying, rip it up, tear it up, replace the entire team and whatnot. But I'm like, you cannot rip it up in January. We are so broke, and it's not even funny, right? We are so broke. How can we rip it up? How can we change an entire 11-man squad? How can we get Amorim what he needs? That's not really possible. So I think that Amorim needs to get the best out of these players for now. And then maybe in the summer window, then we can do something. Because how can you sell 11 players in January? I know Omar Barada is Omar Barada, but he cannot Omar Barada this one. He cannot rip it up. It's impossible. Financial fair play, sustainability, and profitability rules, you know what time it is. That's not going to happen. So I need all United fans to brace for impact. It's going to really, really get ugly before it gets better. It's going to be peak. I mean, it's already started. And Amorim, he already told us, right? He said the storm is coming. But I did not anticipate the storm to be coming just so soon, because I was thinking new manager bounce and all that. So hey, we're gonna ride that new manager, tailwinds for a little bit, right? But that wasn't the case. We've started taking licks already, so it's getting peak. It's really, really getting peak. But yeah, Bournemouth it wasn't really a wake up call, but it was, we were so much befuddled, and I've listened and watched a lot of fan reaction. I've seen Saeed, threatening Ineos and all that. He wants to go have a one-on-one in Ineos's office with Jim Ratcliffe and all. I heard Flex saying that we should rip it up. I don't know how you do that. I also had KG, I mean, who is also like, KG is becoming the level-headed one, ironically, out of this whole situation. He said, hey, it's gonna take some time. We all know that Amarim doesn't have his players. And so we have to be patient. We have to just accept the fact that we are not good enough. We are not going to be competing for the Premier League, at least not this year, right? So the earlier Amarim sets, he sets his team in place, the better. And in his press conference, he also talked about the fact that he is not going to change who he is, because if he does, then he loses himself. And Amarim has told us he doesn't really want to lose himself. So we are not going to see any changes. That, I think, that was the downfall of Ten Hag. He did that. I mean, his first game he played, he quickly realized these players cannot run. These players are not fit enough. These players cannot do what I am asking them to do. So what did Ten Hag do? He reverted to counter-attack FC, and he started playing counter-attack. And then in the second season, when he wanted to change things, these players refused to comply. And that's what cost Ten Hag his job. So Amarim is very, very right in saying that he's not going to change who he is. He's not going to change his style of play, because if he does that, then the players have won. And we already know these players. I mean, from Mourinho time and all, we have some of Mourinho players even up till now, right? So we know what these players are capable of. But I'm just a little bit too surprised that new manager bounce did not last that long. But anyway, we are where we are, and we have to push on. So what happened in Bournemouth? Should we recap a little bit? What do you all think? Do you think we should do that? I don't know, man. Because 3 goals in Bournemouth, that is unbelievable, right? Yeah. What are you saying? Yeah, I'm getting incoming banner already. Yeah, let's see what. Oh man, my Chelsea fam never really lets me rest. But what is he saying now? Oh boy, oh boy. One of my friends is saying United should United should get used to the fact that we are a mid-table team, right? Mid-table fodder. He's almost saying that if we don't take care, we are going to get relegated. And I beg to differ, but I think we need to step up our game. We really need to step up our game, because this is not really what Manchester United should be doing at this minute. So I mean, it's crazy, right? Because the set pieces is going to be very, very key. We have Cunha and all those Wolves defenders right there, right? So that's where we are gonna be, very, very vulnerable. And we saw it on full display again. We saw it in Arsenal. We saw it against Forest, and we've seen it against Spurs, and now we also saw it this past Sunday against Bournemouth. Like the first goal, it was just uncalled for. Highland did not, he just lost his marker, and that was the end of it. And then we considered that penalty. That was, again, individual errors, conceding a penalty in that second half, and then we also lost it all with Antoine Semenyo. and then it became 3-0. At that time, a lot of United fans were leaving the stands. I was watching on TV, seeing all these fans just leaving, and I'm like, I mean, if you go to the grounds to support your team, I know it's very, very tough seeing your team play that shambolic and lose in that manner, right? But if you're going to leave your team out there hanging, that is a bit, too much. So, but anyway, I mean, fans can do whatever they wish to do. They can make their voices heard by, walking off the ground or not even going to games at all. So I just understand what the fans are doing in that minute. But I'm just saying that I'm not going to take that approach anyway. That was in the past. Now we look forward. We look forward to Wolves. But before we look forward to Wolves, there's been a lot of stuff going on off the field. Marcus Rashford, the big elephant in the room, or the elephant in the room. Baby elephant is still big. So the elephant in the room is Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford has been left on 3 consecutive occasions. He never even made the match day squad. Amorim has come out to say that it is not disciplinary issues, but just he doesn't kind of like appreciate how Rashford has been training, or he doesn't think he's ready to play another game yet. And what Amarim is saying there, in essence, is that all these players are training, and he doesn't feel Marcus Rashford is even training at that level to be in the matchday squad. I find that a bit troubling, both for Marcus, and I think that's probably the coach being a bit diplomatic, right? Because are we saying he and Ganacho were both dropped out, right? Are we saying that Ganacho is training now better than Rashford to be included in games, and even him playing two of those games already? I beg to differ, but hey, I mean, that's why the coach gets paid that big bucks and all that. But there's a lot of stuff brewing around this Marcus Rashford shenanigans. And I don't really know, with January around the corner, if we are able to do a Marcus Rashford trade. Is it gonna be that 40 million that has been thrown out there? I had the latest reports. I don't know how credible it is, but Napoli could do a swap deal with us with Osimhen. That's gonna be a really huge one. I mean, if we could do that Napoli swap deal with Osimhen, and then Rashford go that way, and Osimhen come this way, man, it's gonna be a very, very good one for us. But like I said, I do really not know how much credible that information is, but I just have to react to it. But yeah, I mean, I don't really know if Rashford is going to be even in this tomorrow's match day squad. He's not played, or he's not been featured in 3 of the last 3 match day squads. And I don't know if Amorim is going to change his mind. Again, Amorim sat down with Sky Sports, and he mentioned that he was a bit troubled by how Rashford is moving, right? He said he wouldn't do that if he were Rashford, and he would have expected Rashford to come to him instead of going to, sit down with the media and then spill it all out there, like, washing your dirty clothes in public. How do you say that? Washing your dirty linen in public, right? We saw what happened with Jadon Sancho and Ten Hag. He went out there, he tried to, do a rebuttal of what Ten Hag said, and we all know how it ended. But at least Amarim is trying to, extend an olive branch to Rashford, and he's saying that Rashford should take this as a new challenge, because Amarim is kind of pretty new. He's not even 2 months old in the job already. So take the new challenge, Rashford. If you really want to be a legend at Manchester United, probably you can win a Premier League if you put your stuff together and, put in the hard shit. You have to put in the work, because Amarim, he said he really need runners. And so if you are not going to run, it's going to be a tough one. And the only 2 positions that Rashford can play in this team is the left 10, right? Because we are playing with these 2 10s. I don't know if Rashford is willing to do like a 10 position that way. So we have to see. So that's the left 10, and then number 9 position, like an out and out striker. That's the only two positions Rashford can play in this configuration of what Amarim has. So I don't know if he is willing to try it out, or he's not like physically able to, provide the physicality that is demanded to fit in an Amarim system. So that's another thing, right? The number 9, and then the left 10. That's the two things. And Amarim, quite, ironically, he said that Rashford couldn't do that. So I mean, we are left scratching our heads like, where would Rashford fit in this team? So maybe it's about time he call it good with United and then go somewhere else, rejuvenate his career, and probably have a good career. That's probably what should happen. But we are going to be on the losing side when other clubs know that we want to, offload Rashford. Then they are going to come in with, a very low bargain, and then they try to low ball us and all that, and then get him on a bargain price. So that interview has kind of really caused, it has forced the United's hand. If we have to sell him, then it's going to be on the cheap, unfortunately. And so it's either we have to play him and hope he gets into form, so we sell him at a very high price. Because if we try to sideline him, the value of Rashford is only gonna nosedive. So I mean, I hope these business people have some business acumen enough to make that determination, and hopefully it doesn't come to that, right? So that's about it. And finally, on that Sky Sports thing, also Amarim had mentioned that he understands that there's a lot of, people around Rashford. And, if you are a big player, you have a lot of people, your agents, your manager, your management team, and all that. And those people, Amarim is suspecting the ones giving these ill advices to Rashford to make these um, misinformed choices. So he kind of understand it from the people around Rashford's side, and he's willing. Like I said, he's extended an olive branch to Rashford, and he's given him like a way back in, if and only if Rashford is willing to put in the hard work and take this opportunity. Because being, true and true, born and raised Mancunian, I hope that he kind of thinks about all this. But if he really thinks he needs a new challenge, then and he's already made up his mind, and that's fine too. I mean, it's best. We wish him well and all that. And then there's also the leaks in the other news I wanted to just bring up. It's still funny that the press room of Manchester United is also leaking, right? Amorim was in the middle of a press conference after the Bournemouth game, and then the the place started leaking up. I'm like, yo, I thought this is behind us, because you remember again with the game against Arsenal, the stadium was leaking, and we were the talk of town, and a lot of banner that Manchester has become the third largest waterfall in the UK and all that. We saw a lot of memes out of that. That problem hasn't hasn't like completely gone away, because the press room is also leaking now. And it's a really, really big indictment against the Glazers. They have mismanaged the club. They put the club in so much debt, no renovation of anything in the club. It's really, really piss poor. I was hearing Flex was kind of envious about Tottenham Hotspur's new stadium, but we never maintained what we have. And this is the state of affairs that we have. And so press room is leaking. So that's not only it's not the only leaks in the team is not the players leaking out a starting lineup and all, but even the press room is leaking. We found a leak. We have found a leak in the team. It's not the players, it's the press room, because it's leaking water, and it's piss poor. Like it's very humiliating. The stature and the magnitude of a club like Manchester United with this, you know, dire condition, no renovation. The maintenance has been so poor. The infrastructure at Manchester United has been completely neglected. I only pray and hope that Ineos is taking note, and they are gonna make some big changes. Invest some money into all the infrastructure and all that, and then the hygiene of the place. We have a rat infestation at Old Trafford, 2024. Make it make sense. Just deep it. We do have a rat infestation at Old Trafford, 2024. You know, when it comes to rat infestation, I always, joke and say, New York subway, there's a lot of rat infestations. There's been a lot of memes, a lot of shows. David Letterman and all the comedic shows have, made so much fun about New York subway system and the rat infestation. We had the latest meme with the with the mice stealing, dragging a slice of pizza away. I think a couple of years ago, and that meme kind of went viral. Now we have a rat infestation at Manchester United. Just deep it for a minute. Should we take a moment of silence to observe the rat infestation at Manchester United? Are you with me? We do have a mice infestation. One of my Chelsea friends, they sent me actually an emoji of a mice holding up a cheese, and he said, Mice-Chester United. Mice-Chester United. That's what time it is. It is Mice-Chester United time. That is the rat and mice infestation we do have at the club. We have been downgraded to a 2.5 or so, which means that we are not even making the halfway line when it comes to being healthy. We are not even, in the top half of the league table in the Premier League, and we are not in the top half when it comes to health concerns, because we do have a mice infestation. What are we doing 2024? So in the new year 2025, I'm just hoping and praying that things change rather quickly at Manchester United. You feel me? Because if it doesn't, then we are going to be fighting like a three-pronged battle. We are going to be fighting with the elephant in the room. We are going to be fighting poor performances on the field. And then we are going to be fighting with the health services when it comes to rat and mice infestation. So we need to wake up. We need to put our stuff together, and we have to get it done quickly. Quickly. That's what time it is. Anyway. That's enough, right? That's enough for the minute. I think I'm going to go back to the Wolves game now. So the game is tomorrow, and we have a Boxing Day banger. We do have a Boxing Day banger. We are going into this game with our tails in between our legs because we lost 3-0 to Bournemouth. That's what's happening. And Wolves, they got chest. They got the confidence and all that. They have the new manager, and they are riding on the new manager bounce. They won their game against Leicester. They won 3-0, right? And what did we do? We bottled it. We bottled it against Bournemouth in our own backyard. We did that the week prior to Forest, and now we did it again against Bournemouth. Now that we are new, I mean, it's always been a tough game whenever we go to Molineux, and it's gonna be a tough game. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, it's going to be a very, very tough game. The only way we win that game is if we do outrun them, outmatch them, outmuscle them, and our work rate is gonna overshadow what they do. Because if we do not put in the yards, I'm sorry, we cannot win that game. So the only way again that we are going to win this game is by putting in hardship. And like Amarim said, he said he doesn't care about Christmas. All he wants to do is win. So Pep also said they were going to sleep on the training ground on Christmas Day. That is today. They are going to be sleeping in the training camp. they ain't going home because he also is in the madness and he needs to turn stuff around pretty quickly. So he is going to be staying in the gym, not going home with his players. They have to put in the work. So hopefully they turn it around. 11 games and only won one. That's shambolic. And again, it's the mentality of a big club. Had it been United not winning 10 games or only winning one game out of 10 or 11, it's not gonna, we are not gonna hear the end of it. But because it's not United, small club mentality, all the things that they can get away with, the cheating allegations, the crime, now losing about 10 games already, and nothing really major is happening in the news media. Had it been United, hell is gonna break loose, and I mean all hell breaks loose when United is in the news. You feel me? All hell breaks loose when United is in the news. But hey, it is what it is. Amarim said, no Christmas. I do not care about Christmas. All I want to do is win. All I want to do is win, 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 no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So we want to win. We want to win so badly tomorrow. And I'm with Amorim. We just have to win this game tomorrow. That's the only way. I mean, I hope that's gonna be the turning point, because the next games upcoming is gonna be really tough ones. We have Newcastle, and then we have Liverpool, and we have Arsenal in a month, right? So if we do not start winning these games and generating the momentum, like we have to win tomorrow to start generating momentum into into our next games, because winning breeds confidence, and confidence breeds winning. So we need to really win tomorrow to start generating that momentum into those big games that we have that I just mentioned. So I mean, for tomorrow, my prediction for the game. My prediction for the game, I know Molineux, it's a very hard ground, right? They have a new manager. They won their last game and all that. But having said all that, I'm gonna go for a win. I know, man. I'm not using my head right now. I'm using my heart, and I support my team. So I'm going for a 2-1 United win. That's what I predicted. If you've seen my mad rap hype already, then you know that I predicted a 2-1, and I'm not gonna change my prediction right about now. I'm just sticking to it, and I'm hoping and praying that my prediction comes true. My last prediction that I got right, funny enough, was the Manchester Derby. I predicted 2-1 win. I predicted Ahmad scoring and all that, and I got it right. After that prediction, I haven't gotten any prediction right again. Manchester Derby is the last prediction I got right. I predicted Spurs we was gonna win. We never did win. I predicted that we was gonna win with Bournemouth. We never did win that either. So this is my third one, and it's gonna be a third time. It's a charm and all that, like we say. So I'm gonna stick with a 2-1 prediction in favor of Manchester United. So that's why I'm going with this. I'm saying that we are gonna win by 2-1. You feel me? And also the first goal scorer, I said it's going to be Ahmad. Ahmad is going to be the first goal scorer for tomorrow. Are you with me? So that's my prediction for tomorrow. And yeah, my first goal scorer is gonna be Ahmad. The man of the match for me, it's going to be Bruno. So Bruno is going to be the man of the match for me. That's what I'm going with. I hope I get it right. Let's see. What did I say again? Yeah, that's so yeah, first goal is going to be Ahmad, 2-1 prediction. Bruno man of the match. And then excuse me, and then the starting lineup. What did I do for my starting lineup? Let's see here. What did I say? So we already know we're playing a back three. That is out of the question, right? We know we have our back three, so we got that locked in. So I'm going. let me give it to you again, just in case you watch the rap on my shorts or you're gonna watch it later. But let me get it on the record. I have Onana in goal, so we already know Onana is gonna be our goalie. So I mean, we already seen what Bayern there did when he was given the opportunity to play against Spurs. It was like a really, 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 really disaster class. So Onana is gonna be in goal. I'm gonna play Martinez again on the left side of the back three. We don't have Luke Shaw. We don't have any. I know Masraoui can play, but Martinez is there, so Martinez plays. I'm going to play Delict. He comes in for me this time. He was sick in the last game. We lost at home against Bournemouth, right? But now I'm putting him in my starting lineup. I'm gonna start Lenny Euro this time. We've seen flashes, putting a last ditch tackle against Song and all that. That was really impressive to see that. So I'm gonna start my Lenny Euro. So with my back three, it's gonna be Martinez, it's gonna be Delict in the middle, and then Lenny Euro is gonna be on the right flank of that back three. When it comes to the mid, when it comes to the mid, what I had in there was going to be Ugarte and Casemiro. I think that's what I had. Is that right? Let me take a quick peek right here. Okay. Yeah. I did. Yeah, that's right. I did Casemiro and Ugarte. That's what I had in there. And then on the right side of that, at back wing, like their wing back position, I'm doing Ahmad in the wing back. And then on the other side, right wing back position, uh, on the left wing back position, I'm gonna do Diallo. So I have Diallo, excuse me, banner coming in, but I mean they just do this when I'm trying to go when I'm online or recording, but it's just a mess, these Chelsea fans, but it is what it is, right? So Diallo, I have Diallo in there, and then in the front three or in the 2 10s, I'm going to have Bruno and Garnacho in the 2 10s, okay? And then I'm going to have Rasmus Højlund. So that's my starting lineup. I know that it's gonna be, these players are willing to work hard. Like we know we can count on Rasmus Højlund to work hard. It's just that he's not timing his runs and he's just wrestling with defenders instead of running, from behind and picking a spot and doing all that hold up play is good. But again, he seemed to be fighting and wrestling more than playing football. So hopefully he's gonna be able to, fit into this game well. He's gonna put in the hard yards. Bruno, we know he puts in the shift. He does that. The only downside is that he's spamming balls and spamming crosses and spamming all those passes, finding nobody, and then they're petulant, complaining that he does most of the time. If he cuts that out of his game and stayed a bit disciplined, then Bruno is gonna be a good Bruno. I know that Saeed was a bit like, get rid of Bruno. He's only a stats merchant, blah 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 blah, and all that. But hey, I mean, if he cuts that out of his game and he's a bit disciplined, I know that Bruno can he can raise his level. So there you have it for my lineup. Again, finally, Onana, Martinez, Delict, and Euro. That's the defense. And then I have Diallo, I have Gate, Casemiro, and Ahmad in the mid. And then their respective wing back positions. The 2 10s is gonna be Garnacho and Højlund. I wasn't gonna do Kobe Menu. I mean, I think he probably needs rest because he's played the last game. We saw that a couple of mistakes. He probably needs to clear his head and all. So I probably wouldn't start him in this game. That's the reason why Garnacho is starting in those 2 10s. So that's my starting lineup for you. And then I like I said, like it's 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 either you win or you lose, and I'd rather predict a win. If we lose, oh well, I'll hold the licks. But for now, that's my prediction. And that's it. I just want again to take the opportunity to say a big thank you to you all Manchester United fans around the globe, because Manchester United is a global brand. I was telling my friend the last time, I was like, what are social media content creators and journalists gonna do if Manchester United did not exist, right? Because there's so much incoming, there's so much banner coming our way. All the journalists are on our case and all that. And I'm like, yo, without Manchester United, you wouldn't have a job. So just keep bringing on the banner, creating content, making fun of United. But it's because we are a really, really, juggernaut of a club. And that's why you get your, you can make fun of us and make some money too. Or criticize us most of the time. It's not constructive criticism. Some of it is baked in hardcore agendas and whatnot. But I'm not going to go into all that. I'm going to just say that, would you have a job? Your job will be less lucrative without Manchester United. So you can milk it as long as we are here. And we are going to be here for the very long time. So get used to it. In any way, I just want to wish all Manchester United fans around the globe a very, very Merry Christmas. And I'm just wishing that you stay healthy, stay strong, stay positive, and brace for impact, because it's gonna be a very long, long ride. It's gonna get bad before it gets better. So just get used to it and brace for impact. Like I said, thank you all, and I really would appreciate all the support and the love that I've been getting through growing this channel and all that. Please show some love, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff so that we grow this channel together. This is for United fans by United fans. You feel me? So once again, I just want to wish you Merry Christmas and a happy holiday. I'm out of here.